Flying Tigers. The Flying Tigers were the AVG meaning the American Volunteer Group, who were volunteers during World War II, or before World War II, that were Navy, Marine, and Army. And they would go ahead and volunteer, and they would be part of the Chinese Air Force, believe it or not, and they would help shoot down the Japanese airplanes in 1941 and 1942. How this plane was important in Pearl Harbor was, you have to remember, when we were engaging a battle with Pearl Harbor, they had 3 aircraft that were attacking Pearl Harbor at the time. They had a Val, which was a dive bomber, they had a Kate, which was a torpedo bomber, and they had the Zero, which we called Zeke, and that was a fighter. And the fighter was really an escort plane to the bombers, and it would also do, so it was 2 of them that got up in the air. Second Lieutenants George Welch and Kenneth Taylor were flying, and they ended up shooting down 28% of the Japanese planes that went down on that particular day. All P-40s were built in Buffalo, New York. So a little bit of information about ours here. Ours was delivered June 22nd, 1943, and it was delivered to the Canadian Royal Air Force. And it was known to have shot down a Japanese balloon bomb, better known as a Fugo. So a Japanese balloon bomb, if you don't know much about those, the Japanese in the winter of 44 and 45 were developing these unmanned balloons, and they would put bombs in them, send them up in the air, hit the jet stream, and hopefully they would come down to North America, especially in Canada, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and the Dakotas. And they would go, and hopefully when they landed, they would start forest fires.